Can't lose weight no matter what you try? Well, the Mediterranean diet could be your missing piece. Now, if you've been doing all the things dieting, cutting calories, skipping foods, and the scale still won't budge, well, it's easy to feel frustrated and defeated. But weight loss isn't about eating less. Newsflash. It's actually about eating smarter. So today I'm going to share with you 10 Mediterranean foods that you should be eating daily if you want to support healthy weight loss, balanced blood sugar, and a metabolism that actually works with you and not against you. And if you stay until the very end of this video, I will show you how to start turning these foods into real balanced meals that actually are going to jumpstart your weight loss and make it feel easier than ever before. I'm Dr. Anna, your med diet doc, and I've helped thousands of people online here lose weight and improve their health using Mediterranean-based strategies. And I do this work every single day as a medical doctor in my clinical practice. Now, real quick, before we dive into the meat and the potatoes, if you want an easy step-by-step breakdown of how to eat the Mediterranean way for real-life weight loss results, I'm going to be hosting a free live webinar very soon. You can register at the link below this video, and I will walk you through exactly how to build balanced meals that support sustainable fat loss without feeling confused or overwhelmed. It is the easiest approach you can possibly take to lose weight. Okay, if you're ready, we're going to dive into the foods. So food number one, I can't help it. I'm going to come up with the obvious one first. It's olive oil and olives. Now, this is obviously the foundation of the Mediterranean diet and the Mediterranean region and cuisines. It supports our satiety. It helps control cravings. It's anti-inflammatory. It's super nutritious, and it's deeply flavorful. And it's unlike ultra-processed oils, olive oil really helps meals feel delicious and satisfying so that you're less likely to overeat later. Plus, there's all the added benefits to olive oil, which are decreased risk of heart disease and improved diabetes risk, and it's great for our brain and protecting our brain health long-term, etc. I mean, there are so many health benefits linked to olive oil. I really could not even list them all in this video. But that's not the only thing you should eat to do Mediterranean well and to lose weight. How about some of those amazing vegetables that come from that region of the world, like eggplant or zucchini? So these are our second food that are super key for long-term weight loss. And it's a Mediterranean classic that just adds volume, fiber, and deep satisfaction without a lot of calories at all. There's so much water in eggplant and zucchini. These are vegetables that soak up the flavor of however you cook them. And that's why they're so much fun to use in the kitchen. These are really low calorie and really high volume. They have some fiber in there that's good for our digestion, and they're going to help us feel full with not adding a lot of calories, which is an extremely beneficial aspect for targeting weight loss. Plus, as I mentioned, they are versatile. What do I mean? You can grill them, roast them, saute them, add them to stews or grain bowls. You could even mash them down into a sauce. If you've ever heard of something called baba ganoush, yeah, well, that's mashed up eggplant plus a lot of amazing spices and oil, etc. So, reminder that eggplant is often called the poor person's steak in Italy because it's hearty, satisfying texture, while zucchini actually brings a lot of lightness and freshness that supports weight loss and easy digestion. And I have seen some incredibly creative things that people do with zucchini, like making zucchini noodles. Some people call them zoodles. That's not necessarily something that's native to Italy. I think that's more of an American style approach. But it's a lot of fun if you're somebody who's not eating a lot of grains or you're gluten-free, for example. Both of these vegetables fit beautifully into Mediterranean meals when they're prepared even in the simplest way. Think of just a little olive oil drizzled on top, some cracked salt, lemon squeezed, and any fresh herbs you like basil or oregano, thyme, rosemary. Delicious. So much flavor in there. Okay. What's the next food on our list? This one's also not going to come as a surprise to any of you, probably, and it's tomatoes. These are an absolute staple of Mediterranean cuisine, and they are also so rich in flavor and low in calories. You can pretty much do anything with a tomato. When they're fresh in season, you can just dice it up and enjoy it as it is. You could easily just put some olive oil, balsamic vinegar on there and call it a salad. You can cook it down into sauces. Think about all the pasta sauces, for example. It's a very easy base for a lot of soups and stews. Plus, you can dice it up and put it in tons of salads. Think about chopped cucumber and onion and tomato with sumac and lemon squeezed on top and lots of olive oil. There are infinite things you can do with tomatoes, and I'll tell you a quick tomato story. I spent a summer in the south of France when I was in college, and I was studying French, and they have this incredible supermarket where I was living in the town of Antibes, right in the French Riviera. We would walk through this fresh market, and there were vendors selling everything. There were sliced meats, and there were herbs and spices, and there was fresh flowers and an olive tapenade bar. And there was a whole section of tomatoes that were the biggest tomatoes I've ever seen in my life. They were like this big. And when you ate them, there were probably 100 flavors that would come through. I could almost taste like so many flowers and herbs inside the tomato itself. Like they have the best flavor of any tomatoes I've ever had in my life. So if you've never had an amazing tomato, you're really missing out. And no, you don't have to go to France to get it. You can even grow it yourself, but it's completely different than a lot of those grocery store tomatoes that are just really sad. So if you have a friend or a family member or a neighbor who's really good at gardening, or you can join a local community garden, growing tomatoes is probably your next move. These are things that just add volume and flavor to all of your meals without sabotaging your weight loss progress at all. So if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I have so much more information for you on here of how to do Mediterranean well, how to lose some weight in the really natural, sustainable way. It's a lifestyle guidance that you get every single week dropped right here on this channel. All right, we're ready for the fourth food item. You should probably be eating garlic if you really want to do Mediterranean and you really want to target weight loss, because this is a flavor builder that supports our metabolic health majorly. It is very well known for its anti-inflammatory properties, its cardiovascular support, improvement in insulin sensitivity, decreased levels of inflammation in the body, linked to lower rates of cancers, and so many other things. Plus, it is so versatile. You could have it roasted with vegetables. It's great broken down into sauces, soups, stews. Lots of Mediterranean dishes include garlic as a big aspect of the punch of flavor that you get from these meals and dishes. Now, if you're somebody that's maybe a little sensitive to garlic, one of the tricks that I like to use is just getting garlic powder because it doesn't seem to have that lingering stench for as long. But I don't know if that has quite the same health benefit as whole clove garlic. So you just have to decide your comfort zone with garlic. But I know some people that are obsessed with it and other people that can't stand it. So you got to choose your adventure. Okay, the fifth food on our list is going to be garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Now, this is one of those staple Mediterranean foods that you can find in so many different cuisines and cultures all around the Mediterranean Sea. It's so powerful and sustainable for weight loss because 10 grams of fiber are included in each cup, which is a lot of fiber. It also helps control our appetite and stabilize our blood sugar because there's a good source of protein in there and the fiber, and these are pretty well-digested carbohydrates for our body. You can use garbanzo beans in so many things: salads, soups, stews, and of course, everybody's favorite, hummus. So the fiber is going to help slow down our digestion and prevent a lot of blood sugar spikes and crashes, which is often going to then help prevent our energy spikes and crashes. See how that works? And so we want to be thinking about eating foods like garbanzo beans with a lot of fiber, with some protein in there, that are going to be supportive of us getting full at our meals so that we end up snacking less later. Now, the cool thing about hummus, for example, is there's lots of olive oil included in that too. So don't think of hummus as a low-fat food. It's really pretty high in fat, but it's the kind of fat we want to eat for supporting our health and sustaining our energy, which is probably going to help us stay full longer so we end up snacking less, and that's often what leads to weight loss. Pretty cool. Okay, the next food on our list is going to be cucumbers. Yes, those cool, refreshing cucumbers. These are so hydrating, and they're perfect for boosting up the volume of your meal with basically adding no calories. They're an extremely low-calorie food. Now, these are classically used in a lot of Mediterranean salads. I mentioned this before when we were talking about tomatoes, but that diced up tomato, onion, cucumber mixture, you see that throughout the entire Mediterranean region. It is such a classic dish. Cucumbers are great also for dipping in things. So if you want to dip it in some tzatziki or dip it in the hummus, It's an amazing way to do that. Plus, they're really nice in some of those yogurt cucumber sauces, which is just so delicious. And they're really refreshing as a side dish. Now, cucumbers are a vegetable that really aren't cooked. You should probably eat them raw, or that's often how they're consumed because there's so much water in them. And so they don't really cook down well, but what an easy snack, a stick of cucumber. All right, that was our 6th food. Are we ready for our 7th? This is probably not going to surprise that many of you, and it is Greek yogurt. This is one of those powerhouse foods that should be a staple in most people's houses if you're somebody who eats dairy. Now, this is so rich in protein, and Greek yogurt in particular tends to be even higher in protein than other styles of yogurt. Thus, it can be thought of as a staple for fat loss because even if you get the non-fat type, it is still so creamy, which is amazing. If you're really trying to cut down on your calories and you want to get fat loss going quickly, this is an easy one where you can cut the fat out and still enjoy the food to its fullest. So because of all that wonderful protein in there, it's going to support our fullness signals after we're eating a meal. Plus, it's going to support our gut health. Why? Because it's actually a fermented food that contains lots of healthy bacteria. Now, a lot of the time I have patients ask me, for example, what I think about a probiotic supplement. I don't really have a lot of thoughts about it because if you're able to eat fermented foods, that's like the best way to get probiotics into your body. Eat things like yogurt. It's so good for our digestive health. And having something like yogurt may help reduce your cravings. Plus, the cool thing is that if you buy the plain yogurt, you can make it kind of savory. It doesn't have to be like a breakfast style of a yogurt meal. You can have more of a savory version where you're dipping vegetables into that Greek yogurt. And of course, using that as the base for tzatziki sauce. But it is so versatile. You really can do so much with Greek yogurt. If this is not something that you're eating already, you're really missing out. Okay, now we still have some more foods on our list to cover. But if you are wondering, again, how to actually combine all these foods for real weight loss results, well, that's exactly what I teach in my free upcoming live webinar that's all about weight loss right here on YouTube. You're going to learn how to build meals that will help you stay full, feel energized, and consistently see the weight coming off without having to do anything extreme or dieting. You can register at the link below this video. Don't forget to grab your spot. Okay, on to our next food. This is actually a category because I could not pick just one, and it's going to be herbs. Fresh herbs if you can, because the flavors are going to be even more potent, but dried herbs work just fine. So they can literally be any variety you like. It could be basil, rosemary, oregano, thyme, mint, etc. There are so many types of herbs. And this is the really key aspect of Mediterranean eating and cooking that is so often overlooked. This adds dramatic flavor with 0 calories. Now think about, for example, the way a lot of us flavor our meals in the US, for example. Well, we add a lot of sauce, ketchup, mustard, mayo, relish, etc. Sometimes those thick, creamy sauces or dressings like ranch or blue cheese. Yeah, that's adding so many calories to our meal and just like smothering the food in that flavor. Herbs, alternatively, bring out the flavor of the thing that you're eating. Think about chicken. Chicken and potatoes are okay if you have it with just some salt and some oil. But think about if you add something like fresh rosemary. It takes it to a whole new level. And it's the easiest thing to add. You don't have to have any chopping skills. You literally just rip them up and put them on the food, and it tastes amazing. Herbs really help us enjoy our meals without having to rely on adding a lot of calories and fat. So really, they're giving us so much bang for our buck. They're not adding any calories. And what's cool is they have health properties. Herbs are full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties that are super beneficial to our immune system, our cardiovascular system, our brain, etc. So don't forget to grab your herbs. Now, some people, of course, like to grow them themselves. That's a lot of fun, but you can get them in the grocery store. There's nothing wrong with buying them there. Okay, we're ready for our next food. And this is, again, a category because I couldn't pick just one. These are ancient grains. So what people don't understand is when they think about grains, they're usually thinking about bread. Like whole grain bread is the best source of whole grains, right? Wrong. Actually, the best thing to do is to cook the grains in their whole form before they're milled down into flour. And so this requires boiling them. But what are the grains we're talking about? Well, my personal favorite is farro, and I have other videos on this channel talking about how to cook farro if that's something you're interested in. But then we have things like barley or freekeh, bulgur, einkorn. There's so many different types of grains that come from the Mediterranean region, or rather are just used there really commonly. And maybe these are things you've never heard of and they're worth exploring. These tend to be pretty high in fiber and they're slow digesting carbs, what we call a complex carbohydrate. They often have a very rich flavor, like a nutty texture, especially if you toast them before you cook them, before you start boiling them. They are versatile as well. You can use them in grain bowls. You can use them as salad bases. You can cook them into a type of a porridge. There's so much you can do with whole grains, and it's like an entire world to explore that I really cannot emphasize enough. The only grain you've ever had is rice. You are missing out. Okay. We're ready for our next food. And this, I've actually mentioned it throughout the video, so it might not come as a surprise to any of you. And this is lemon. Yes, really any citrus would work, but lemon in particular is so pungent and it adds so much dimension to Mediterranean dishes. Plus, it's used really commonly there. It's bright, it's fresh, and it's really friendly for weight loss. We can use it on vegetables, fish or meat, salad dressings, marinades, etc. And it can be so simple. You can literally just cook a basic piece of fish, a little bit of olive oil, cracked salt, and a squeeze of lemon on top, and you have an amazing dish that is very supportive for losing weight and burning fat. It enhances the flavor of our dishes similarly to the herbs without adding any calories at all. And you don't need a lot to get a lot of flavor out of it. So that allows us to use less sauce and added sugar and added fat, which is always something beneficial for losing weight. Now, I really want to hear from you. Which of these foods are you already eating regularly? And which ones do you want to use a little bit more? Or maybe have never tried before? Comment and share below this video because your ideas actually help everyone here stay on track to lose weight and get healthier and enjoy it along the way. Losing weight does not have to be a vicious cycle and it does not have to be an uphill battle. We don't have to feel miserable by restricting ourselves. We can actually make delicious meals using some of these ingredients. What's better than that? Now, when you're ready to keep going, watch the next video on my channel here where you will start to learn how to put these foods together and come up with lots more ideas for how to enjoy a Mediterranean way of living and eating. Jump into that video and I'll see you over there.